Keldeo, the Colt Pokemon. When it is resolute, its body fills with power and it becomes swifter. Its jumps are then too fast to follow. Keldeo is an interesting case of a Pokemon. It has great special attack and speed, and a pair of great stab types in fighting and water. Unfortunately, it has a very shallow move pool and, as a result, can become very easy to predict and counter. Its resolute form is no different from its normal form in terms of stats, but it does serve as an indicator as to whether or not your Keldeo is packing Secret Sword. A stat distribution like Keldeo's can often warrant a strong choice set. Hydro Pump is preferred over Surf because of its further increased power, but Surf can be used as a more reliable option. Unlike most strong special attackers, this Keldeo is actually not walled hard by Blissey or Chansey due to Keldeo's signature move, Secret Sword. Though it may seem unnecessary to have two fighting attacks on this set, the fact that Secret Sword hits physical means that Focused Blast makes sense as another coverage move. It's the strongest move Keldeo has alongside Hydro Pump, and it hits the special side, which is often much weaker on tough Steel and Dark types like Magnezone and Tyranitar. A solid choice of hidden power is Ice, because of its great coverage against Dragon and Ground types, but Grass or Electric are actually preferred because they allow for coverage against bulky Water types. If you don't like the lack of flexibility a choice set provides you, Keldeo can use a more conventional attacking set. Calm Mind is added on this set to differentiate it from the choice set, since it allows Keldeo to set up and increase its power further. Icy Wind is also an option on this set, since it doesn't focus on pure offense, and the speed drop Icy Wind provides can help support your team. The best item to use on this set is probably Leftovers, but a Life Orb can be used to add more power if you so desire. Keldeo has a unique distinction as a special sweeper that is actually a hard counter to Blissey and Chansey. Unfortunately, it's not all good for Keldeo. Apart from the moves pictured previously across the movesets, there are literally no other moves that even warrant mention. Its attack is too weak to justify any physical sets, and its other special move options are weaker versions of the ones already mentioned. Because of this, Hidden Power is all but a must because of the type coverage it can provide. Without Hidden Power Grass or Electric, Keldeo is stopped cold by almost all common bulky waters. Even with it, the natural special bulk that these Pokemon have can allow them to survive long enough to bring it down with a crippling status move or repeated Scalds. If your opponent carries one of these Pokemon, you'll need to take it down before trying a sweep with Keldeo. Because of this, Keldeo pairs well with strong grass Pokemon that threaten these Pokemon that Keldeo struggles against. Other Pokemon that pair well with Keldeo are ones that appreciate Keldeo's good type coverage and strong attacks. Though it gets walled by a number of common water types, Keldeo is a great counter to a huge number of other very common Pokemon that give a lot of Pokemon problems. Though it may seem counterintuitive to have 2-on-1 team, other strong special attackers appreciate Blissey or Chansey being removed from the picture. Along the same token, because Keldeo can hit the weaker special defense of some premier physical walls, strong physical attackers appreciate their hard counters being removed as well. Keldeo's role on your team is best filled as that of a wall breaker. It packs the special attack to bring down most of the top common physical walls in the game with relative ease, and Secret Sword means that it can also beat Blissey and Chansey, the top special walls in the game. If you find yourself having a hard time defeating these Pokemon, Keldeo may be the right fit for you. Previously, the premier wall breaker in the game was Infernape. However, Keldeo provides a bit of variety and flavor to a role that was previously monopolized by the Flaming Monkey. Also, unlike Infernape, Keldeo doesn't need to split its offensive focus into both physical and special attack. Infernape's offense is often limited so that it can hit both sides with decent effect. Since Secret Sword uses Keldeo's special attack, it doesn't need to focus at all into its physical attack and can even run attack-hindering natures in order to make it more well-rounded. Despite its barren move pool, Keldeo should not be taken lightly. A lot of the top walls in the game can be easily beaten by the young Colt. Using Keldeo is not about flash or finesse. It lacks variety of coverage and trickery, and typically resorts to strong fighting and water attacks. However, what it lacks in variety, it makes up for in substance. Even though your attacks may be easy to predict, your opponent still won't be fully out of the woods because of Keldeo's impressive strength. Because of this, Keldeo can have a certain appeal to it. Your opponent may know exactly what's coming, but that doesn't mean he'll be able to stop it. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for any future videos, leave them in the comments below. If you are interested in participating in our online Pokemon League, click the link in the description for more information.